Okay.
In the twilight zone, I
So-
always feel like somebody's watching me.
Because someone is.
I got my privacy.
Like,
Every
which of
recording
you,
starts with Kay saying something.
Yeah, I'm
so
in character.
which of you
Okay,
would be
so
sleeping in the Adventurers Hall?
What?
thoughts on Bill Clinton.
What?
What was the question?
I asked which of you would be sleeping in the Adventuring Hall. I don't know what Dave said.
It was me.
Oh, I mean, I would be as well, unless someone's paying for me to stay. I'm just roughing it in the free
I'll
poor people's
chill
place.
with everybody else.
Wow,
Thomas doesn't care.
Thomas coming
Yeah.
down to hang out with the plebeians.
I'll do the same.
He
You
can't
know,
go home.
Thomas
so...
is like, I got this nice bed at my house that literally weighs nothing and feels like sleeping on air, but I'll sleep with you.
Thomas is like, all right, I'll stay with you guys.
So, as you all like wake up, slowly like get your stuff together and head downstairs, Roland would, I think it was Dave he talked to. No, it was
No.
Kay.
Me.
Yeah. And he would look at Kay and say, "Hey,
Hey.
the kid, the kid you found, he's back to normal."
Oh. Okay. And I presume you want us to continue with our assignment?
Yes, please. I do not want to go up there. It is a very long walk.
Ah, delegation. Excellent. I approve. Well, ladies and gentlemen, shall we?
Oh, I do believe the king sent the chancellor also. You'll have to deal with her. It should be fine.
The Chancellor, you say? Do I know anything about the Chancellor?
Give me a history check.
Okay. Where's my character sheet? There it is. That's an 18.
Alright. Give me one moment to figure out where this went. Yeah,
Excuse me for
all
30
you really
seconds.
know is that it's Chancellor Johanna.
Okay. 30 seconds, I need to turn on the lights so I can see.
What?
I think they're going to turn on the lights in the room they're in.
You know when I said
Oh.
30? You know when I said 30 seconds? I lied. The lights are on.
I was just so confused. Your response to hearing that name was, "I gotta go turn the lights on."
Is it Johanna with a J or with a Y?
With a
Johanna or
J.
Johanna?
Johanna with a J.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What?
I'm gonna kill all of you.
Is it Johan?
Isn't that the goal?
Maybe. Maybe now it is. So, would you like to do anything in town, or you're just gonna head to the temple?
I'm going to head to the
plans?
temple.
I got no plans.
Yeah.
If the follow up to the James incident is at the temple, then that's where we're going, I guess.
Try it. Knock once for yes, knock twice for no.
What?
That sounds like a maybe.
We're going to the temple. So,
Mistakes were made.
So, as I previously described, the Temple of Light sits on this massive, the massive hill by itself. So you have to walk the entire spiraling staircase up the hill.
Ugh.
Like day, every day, or night, I guess in this case.
Yep. Please
Leg night.
hold it in as you enjoy a very long walk up a hill.
Poor short Thomas.
Just grow longer legs. It's that simple.
At least it's steps.
I'm betting the people who put the temple on this hill to be closer to the sun are very annoyed with the current state of affairs.
Yeah, that does seem a bit not such useful at the moment.
I mean, that is quite funny.
I guess they're closer to the moon.
I don't
It's
think
not
they care much about the
so,
moon.
don't say dislike someone.
I don't know.
How does the
Oh.
moon produce light in this setting again? I've
You
forgotten.
know,
there was a
I've-
hand-waved explanation.
You know, I've worked with these people
Forgotten it.
for a
Just
very
The
long
dance.
handwave
time.
explanation was you're not getting a goddamn explanation.
Explanation is magic.
You know, I've worked
It
with these
just
people
does.
for a while now, but I never know what the take on the moon is. It's strange. I never, yes, bother to learn is it.
But you could always ask.
No, that would be too hard.
That would be
Understandable.
Just narrows her eyes at you. All right.
Give me one moment as I pull up my notes for.
I had the
They took a
audacity.
shot.
The audacity to put in my character sheet that Thomas is not particularly handsome. That's a lie.
A D&D character? That's not. That's absurd.
What
You
the
know.
fuck did I name this priest? Why did I do this to myself?
His name is Thomas.
No, that's my name.
His name
I stole it first.
We already
His
have two
name
Gunthers. We just
is
need another Thomas.
Ogma.
By
By
the
the way,
time this
those
game's
was-
done, we should have a duplicate of every single name just to fuck with everyone.
I just
Yeah,
want to say,
how do
those
you
two
replicate?
Gumpers were by accident too. They are not even remotely related.
Gunther and Gunther.
No, Stories is pronounced Gunther. Yeah, yours is pronounced is it Gunther or is it the same?
Is it a difference of accent or actually different spellings?
I think it's spelled the same.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically, Snorri's has an umlaut, but that's not really that much of a difference. So it'd be Günther. Yeah, or something like that. I don't know. I'm not great with doing umlauts, even though I know a bit of German.
Lots of fun word.
It is,
So-
yeah.
Get to the temple, head on inside, and you see the Solstice of Rosewood just vibing. I'm just cleaning the place up.
They vibing.
They vibing.
Why don't I get a token?
They put their own tokens up there.
Token issue.
I don't have a
And
token. I do not have a token for him.
after he gets done dusting, he's dusting some stuff off. He turns and sees that he has people coming in. He goes, "Oh, how may I help you?"
Greetings, greetings. We have been sent here by the illustrious Ronan.
Oh,
He has tasked us with interviewing the two boys who survived that horrific incident with the ghouls.
yes. They have some rooms in the back now. They're much better. It's a shame what
Very
happened to
happy
young
hear.
people.
Indeed, it is such a shame. If only it is such a tragedy that people in the folly of youth make such ill-conceived decisions. But we were all young once, and at least these two are none the worse for wear, I take it.
What is that?
They are much better. But time will make fools of us all.
As time does. May we go to them?
Yes, just follow me. And he like opens, like, you're in like this massive like sermon area, and then like he opens a door to the back, and as he like leads you back, it like goes to a hallway that opens up again, and it's like a bunch of like rooms where like the priesthood would live. So, and then he like just takes you to one of the rooms. This is the one for James. His friend's the next one over. Please be kind to them. They're still recovering.
We shall. You have my word as to that.
Definition of kindness. This party.
If you need me for anything, I'll be cleaning up the servant room. And then he heads off.
So, does anybody even have any idea what we're going to be asking them?
Surely, we'd be searching for the supplier of their
Right.
ghoul blood, vampire blood, sorry. Would be probably the most useful piece of information we could get out of them, other than sort of when and where they received it, as well as any other details about the packaging. We are, after all, on the hunt for the supplier. After all.
Well, and then shall we? Or should we only go one at a time so not to overwhelm him?
Well, that might be prudent, yes.
All right, and then Ash is going to open the door since everyone's just standing there.
Ash first.
Yeah.
So, you walk in to see James. He's sitting on his bed. He's like a very like
Squishy
dishaven. Oh, but
Said yes, why not? Computer, it's great.
his hair is a mess. And as he looks up to you, you can see like there's color back in his skin, but he's just the bags underneath his eyes.
Well, good morning.
Is it?
Oh,
I don't know what time it is.
It's approaching afternoon. Is there a chair that like Ash can sit in?
Yes.
And she'll, I guess, leave the door open if that's possible, just so everyone else can hear. If no one else wants to come in.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, Thomas would probably go in with her.
She's gonna take a seat and open her book. So your name is James, yes?
Yes.
Well, at least you remember things. I was, and my friend and my friends outside were hired to, well, find you. And find you we did. Tell me, what do you remember?
One of my friends, he got something. Didn't exactly tell me what, but after we drank it, it's nothing.
You don't know, or you don't remember what it was?
He didn't tell me.
Can I insight that? Because we got a book. We found
Yeah,
his
you can
book
insight
that said he knew what it was.
You
That would be a 22.
He's obviously lying out of shame.
Ash doesn't like liars. All right, James, I'm going to be upfront with you. I don't like when people lie to me, and I can tell that you're lying to me. We found your journal, notebook, whatever you want to call it. I know that you know what it was. Vampire blood. So, I'm going to ask again. What do you remember?
I was told that if you can get a hold of it, it would stop you from aging.
Well, yes, I suppose becoming the living dead would prevent you from aging. Yes, that would probably do that.
I promise you, I was not told the other effects.
Would my insight carry over for that, or should I?
Yeah, he's not lying about that one.
Okay. Well, that one I can believe. You're still quite young. Why do you want to stop aging now? If I may ask, just curiosity.
I'm scared. My father wants me to take over the business, but I don't.
Thomas just kind of nods in the corner. Like,
I understand. Well, the personal reasons why aren't the important reason I'm here. I'm here because the individual that sold this to you, the individual that pushed this upon you, we need to know who they are, where they are. Obviously, if they are giving such dangerous substances to children, they are probably not the most savory of individuals. Could you help me find them? Tell me what they are like.
All my friend told me was that it was a pretty lady with white hair.
Pretty lady with white hair. All right.
And as he says that, Thomas,
do I know a pretty lady with white? I was just gonna ask if I knew a pretty lady with
Are we
white
in the
hair.
room then?
Do you know the
I'm
drug
really
dealers?
bad
Wow.
at history, so hopefully the DC is low. Hey, what history is intelligence? That's A4. Thomas doesn't remember anything ever. He should carry a book, but he doesn't.
Truly.
So Thomas, you hear white hair and it tugs on something in your brain, but you can't get any further than that.
I swear I know who this is.
The one with all the connections can't remember those connections.
Yeah, it's the troubles of a -1 to intelligence and bad dice rolls.
Could you tell me where this individual was dealing from?
My friend was the one who got it. He didn't tell me where he was getting it and said he had to keep it a secret.
And which friend would it be?
The one that was killed attacking civilians.
Oh.
Ash.
Almost as if
Ash.
Thomas glances at Ash.
I told you so.
Well, I think I'm done questioning you. I think perhaps maybe someone else should take over.
Tate will lean over to Thomas and whisper, didn't Lucky say he was going to bump off? Didn't Lucky say he was going to bump off whoever, assassinate whoever was making those sales?
Oh, I don't pretend to know what Lucky's doing.
You don't need to pretend not to know. You just don't know.
Yeah,
Didn't Lucky
what I
like
said was I
openly
don't
say he was going to
pretend to
do that
know.
when we first met him, though?
That doesn't mean anything.
I mean, if you're a mob boss and you say, "I am going to kill this man," then surely
I think he said I'm gonna deal with it, were the exact words, but it's
We
pretty
don't know what that
reasonable to
means.
assume.
And you're assuming that Lucky's the mob boss.
Well, I know who the mob boss is because I did research in the downtime. He's a higher up than Thomas, though, I presume.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah,
So you
but
leave
Lucky
you
is
leave the
higher up
room.
than Thomas.
Do I know what Brush Shadow looks like?
He's a halfling.
Okay. So probably not a pretty lady with white hair.
Definitely not a pretty lady with white hair.
Brush shadow as many.
Do you ask any of that?
I
I
was
just need
asking
to
the
know.
DM if I knew what
Okay.
Brush Shadow looked like, but I did ask, hey, is Lucky gonna bump off whoever this is?
Probably.
Well, we should
Depends.
probably go a bit faster. We should probably
Uh,
proceed with haste.
as
Graces
Ash
to go
and
for Lucky.
Thomas leave the room, you hear footsteps coming down the hall,
Oh,
and
is it a pretty lady with
Dave.
white hair? It's Dave.
No. So
Dave's
Dave, would you do
muted.
me a little favor here?
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a
Would you
wisdom
like to
save.
describe what a Johanna would look like 20 years later?
Uh-oh.
Oof. Fuck.
Sorry, I had to put you on the
Okay.
spot here, but I could not
Okay.
ask any questions about her without spoiling this.
Okay. Let's see. So, probably, let's see. Just in general, like a pretty like tall, like like
Pretty lady
uh,
with blonde hair.
sort of with like what is it? What do we call it? Yeah, like a blackish hair. What is it? Yellowish eyes or so, and yeah, probably I can't say like what kind of profession or something like that, so hard to say what kind of clothes or stuff like that. But yeah.
Well, she is a chancellor.
Okay.
Ooh, shoot.
She has drip, basically.
She has very good drip.
Just money, status.
Did
Big dollar
we not
sign
get
with
the
a
name
chain.
of the chancellor? Did we just get
Chancellor
chancellor?
Johanna. Big chain with a dollar sign.
Chancellor Johann.
Cool.
Man, I'm really wishing I took disguise self right now.
And then just become someone else.
Yep.
But yeah, so y'all see the chancellor coming down the hall. Snowy, you're the only one who recognizes her.
We don't notice anything.
Fuck. Can I try any kind of stealth here whatsoever?
Yeah, try and hide. There's a bunch of.
No, I'm not gonna. I don't want to be like hiding in a corner, just like be
I'm
convenient,
fine.
be
That's what
conveniently
Tom taught
away
us.
doing something else.
Make a charisma-based stealth check.
I love
Okay.
those. Those are my favorite.
Okay. Fucking hell, man.
I'm not sorry.
I know, but like. Okay, charisma-based stealth check. Am I proficient in stealth? No. Okay. Oh, fuck. I didn't type it in correctly because I fucking can't. Okay, thanks for. Okay, you know what? Okay. Let's just roll this straight into D&D Beyond. That is going to be 19. 18 plus 1.
19.
That's actually pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's good enough.
The chancellor comes up to your little group and she asks, may I ask who you are?
Good afternoon, madam. We are a group of associates who have been hired by Roland, the head of the local adventuring guild, in order to investigate this case.
Roland sent you instead of coming himself.
Yes, he's a very busy man, you know?
Sitting behind the desk all day and shuffling paperwork does not make you very busy.
On the contrary, I believe you as Chancellor would know that sometimes bureaucracy is indeed an important task.
Okay. What have you learned?
Well, he will relay all of the information that we've learned, minus the fact that Lucky is maybe sort of trying to assassinate this person.
Basically, we just know the description of the individual.
So, we know that the seller is a pretty woman with white hair.
Yes. Well,
That is...
according to the bias,
Really
anyway.
narrows it down.
Oh. That white hair is very distinguishing trait to have.
Indeed.
Yeah, wish
I don't think I've
knew.
ever seen anyone with white hair. Or at least someone young.
Isn't your hair white?
Shut up. You just elbow Thomas in the stomach very hard.
You just hit him in the shoulder because he's like 3'5".
You say that and just
His hair's dyed, okay? Okay.
Do you have white hair?
No, absolutely not.
Make a deception roll.
Aren't you standing there?
I have dyed hair.
I thought it was dyed white.
No.
it's dyed black. It's normally white.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going white.
It's just ouch you like that.
That'd be a 21. Clearly, this my esteemed associate. While he is very eager to help, he drank a little too much before coming here. Please excuse him.
Thomas will grin and wink. As
The
if
halflings in a city sure do love their booze.
yeah. Cool.
She's not racist.
That's fine. It's okay. Thomas is only a little racist too.
You can have a little racism as a treat.
Oh.
Someone says foreigner, Thomas says boo.
I'll have to consult my people to see if they know anyone who fits that description. If you find anything, please get in touch. Roland has ways to get a hold of me.
Sure. If you find anything, perhaps we may learn of it as well.
I'll tell Roland. He'll decide what to do with it.
I suppose that works.
Have you talked to the other boy yet?
We were
Not
just heading there.
If you don't mind, I would prefer to do this by myself.
I mind.
I believe what he means to say is any particular reason why.
I have ways to convince people, but it needs to be alone.
Insight.
Insight as
Okay.
well.
Roll those
Alarm
insights.
bell. That's a natural one.
Oh, that's a 7.
Oh,
Alright, Thomas.
can Thomas roll insight?
Yeah, you can roll insight.
He's bad at insight, but he does know about interrogating people. So
He thinks she's a secret cultist to secretly sacrifice him to.
no, he's like 100% certain that she's in the other mafia, but
Oh, damn.
that's a 12.
That's better than a 7 and a 1.
Cool. None of you get anything off of her.
Oh, sadness.
Well, far be it from us to tell one of status such as you what they should or should not do.
Well, considering you are the Chancellor, we are not exactly in a position to tell you no, so. Well,
Thomas glares at her.
talk away, I suppose.
Thank you. Once I'm done, I'll send a message to Roland. If he feels it is your job to take this case, he'll relay the information to you.
Do the rooms have doors? That's a
Yes.
stupid question, but
Can't you look through doors?
I can look through doors, but I can't see through. I can't hear. It's blind sight, not.
Yeah, but if you can look through it, maybe we could
Like,
see
I'm aware
what's
of their
poppin'.
locations, but I can't.
Oh, it's like fake looking, like a
It's
radar,
not like X-ray vision. It's there are people here.
like a
And
radar.
this is who is here. Like I can't see if she's like pulling out a needle or something and jabbing him with it.
The alien's motion tracker.
Like
Yes.
a radar.
Just need to get to level 10, and then my mark levels up to give me a smart gun.
Y'all hang out till she's done.
I'm gonna eavesdrop.
Ash is
Okay.
going to go over to Snorri and just be like, "What are you doing?"
I think I'm just not feeling too great right now. I think I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Do I even need to insight you?
I would say no.
I feel like I'm going to be saying this a lot. I don't like when people lie to me.
I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. I think it would be good for me to, and Snorri's going to try to just like move without walking. You know that thing that happens in a lot of in a lot of animated shit where the character just moves like as if like you're just moving the asset off screen.
Yeah.
Just that.
He just slinks away.
Yeah.
Cool, so that happens.
You don't need to insight that at all. Yeah, you know exactly what's going on there.
Ash isn't going to question it anymore, but she's going to write some stuff in her notebook.
And would Safe like to give me a little stealth check?
Okie dokie.
I'll be right back. The cat's being a problem.
Probably a lot better at that than I am.
Where's stealth? That's 17.
Cool. So, as you like peek in on the interview, she doesn't notice you. But what you notice her doing is like weaving magic into a conversation. And as she does so, it like very much calms him down and makes him more like receptive to her.
Okay, do I know what kind of magic? Or would I recognize the spell? Or, I mean...
Arcana check.
Okay. That's a 15.
It's very clearly using enchantment magic, but you don't know what the spell is.
Okay. Makes sense, because I'm not a very Like, I'm not a caster. I know one spell.
You're a fake caster.
But as she talks to the boy, she also gets like very little information from him, and basically just gets the same thing of like pretty woman with white hair. However, she does get the full list of drugs they took.
Oh,
And what is the full
anything
list?
interesting?
Let's see. Pull up the drug list I have in the dock.
You have a drug list.
Every drug.
I was like, I'm gonna
We-
play a mafia character and we sell drugs, and then I'm surprised that you have a list of drugs.
You
that
know,
you
I
want.
think we need to look up those drugs and make a Shadowlands listed substances tier list. I think we need to rank them all.
Nightmare blunt rotation.
So-
Shadow party.
They took Jet, Wake
Oh.
Up,
I'm putting this in my
Ayo,
in
Jet.
my
They're playing Fallout.
information.
oh, well, you know, I was gonna steal drug names from other forms of media.
Yeah. They get extra. They get extra action points with the take Jet.
Want to find out? Take some Jet.
Jet, it's just
Surely
mini,
Thomas
mini
knows
haste.
what all the drugs do.
It's mini haste.
It is mini haste.
I
Yeah.
think Thomas should know what all the drugs do anyway.
You know, I'm pretty sure I misspelled this one, so I had to look up the game I stole the drugs from, and I love the fact there's a wiki for it. Yes. Go Juice.
Go juice.
Go juice.
And
Isn't that
Yayo.
like
And
yam?
what?
Yayo.
Yayo.
And that's it. There's no
That is the drugs they took.
Like mayo, but with a Y first?
Yeah, Yayo.
Okay.
Yayo.
Yeah, mayo with a Y first. We got it.
Jesse, wake up. We need to cook you. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
I'm pretty sure Yayo is a stand-in for meth. It makes you
Right.
move faster, and it makes you more tolerant to pain.
Yeah. I'm gonna put that on my character sheet because Thomas knows things. Probably the only thing Thomas knows is
He knows things. He just can't
how
remember them.
drugs affect you.
Would you like the full list of what the drugs do?
Yes.
Like if
So-
anyone would know, it'd be Thomas.
Jet gives you the benefits of the haste spell, but after it is done, you have to make a Constitution saving throw or take levels of exhaustion.
And you get the little "you have become addicted to Jet" in the top left.
Yeah, top right of your screen. Wake Up. Adds +5 to your speed and gives you advantage on all checks for an hour.
That's what I
And-
got drugged with.
And then, but once it comes off, make a Constitution saving throw. No matter what, you get a disadvantage for another hour on all checks.
I didn't get the advantage. I just got the disadvantage.
Yeah, you didn't drug hard enough.
I didn't get the. I only got the side effects of the drug, not the actual effect.
Yayo!
Yeah.
At
Yayo.
15 feet of, you gain 15 feet of movement.
Oh my god.
You gain resistance to all damage, but once the effect wears off, all damage that was resisted through this, you immediately take.
I'm definitely not going to have my monk addicted to this. This is fine.
Yes, I'd like a
And-
damage debt.
Yeah,
Like a loan
basically.
on like a loan on damage.
What is Go Juice?
Oh, Go Juice! I forgot about Go Juice.
Go Juice.
It makes you go fast.
Double speed.
Gotta
you
go
basically-
fast.
I mean, that's what Peace
Um,
does, but
I'm gonna put it as just gotta go fast in my notes. That's what
It
Thomas
is-
thinks of
it-
it.
It's basically Jet without the extra action, but the come down doesn't hit you as hard.
You
And
gotta go
all of
fast.
these, when you take them, can remove levels of exhaustion, but when you get off of them, you can gain levels of exhaustion.
Well, that's kind of messed up. Okay. Maybe don't do drugs, kids.
Yes, Thomas telling kids not to do drugs. Remember, kids, don't do drugs. That'll be 50 gold
Yeah.
for those drugs.
Remember, kids,
Yeah.
don't do drugs
You can't.
unless there are
You can't
drugs.
afford them. You can't afford them. Don't do them.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm not
Don't-
allowing you to have them,
Don't do drugs unless they're from me.
and you can afford them. I don't want to give you drugs and not get paid.
Yeah, I
So-
don't want to have to beat you up.
Ooh, Thomas, would you like to know the drug even you don't deal?
Oh boy. Sure. What's the drug
You
you
mean-
don't deal?
Advil.
I don't know drug. That's what I'm
Ibuprofen.
good at.
Luciferium.
Oh God.
I'm sure that's fine.
That has nothing to do with devils or
What is that?
anything of that sort.
What
What's
does
that doing?
Luciferium do?
You
Kill
gain
you?
a +5 to all of your base stats.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
As soon as you take this, you become addicted. If you go a week without taking Luciferium, you die.
Ah, understandable.
Okay, that seems. How expensive is it on average?
It's very fucking expensive.
What is?
Not
It's an
the
important
immediate
question to ask.
question. Okay, but like, how much is it though?
And how much does it take to
Approximately
much
how
does it
many
take to
spell
addict
scrolls
someone
is
to it?
that?
The
Yeah,
first
like-
time you take it, you immediately become addicted.
No matter
Yeah,
how,
like-
no matter how little they take.
You gotta take enough to gain the benefit.
Okay.
So a single
Yeah.
dose.
And how
So,
much is that?
There goes my plan for like aerosolized war crime to spend.
Oh my god.
You
You
just
know,
basically
what-
create the rage virus from 28 days later.
You know, what if we
Great.
combine? What if we
We could,
combined
like, drugs
the
it out.
raw damage of Thomas's shotgun with this drug?
Load it full of used needles.
Ugh.
Or put the place in aerosolized form, wait a week,
We
and then
have
you win.
fallen down a rabbit hole. It's not even a good rabbit hole.
I dropped
Something
it.
like that.
If you
Don't
came back to this conversation, so I don't know what was happening when this started.
Yeah, we're
Don't
planning
ask
to use
questions.
a super powerful drug that kills you if you don't take it for a week as the aerosolized war crimes against the party's enemies.
It's fine.
Immediately changes all of your alignments to chaotic evil.
I mean, I was
think
never.
my alignment
in the
is
good
already.
alignment.
Wait,
Chaotic.
the drug does, or
No,
I'm
if
already
you
in
do
chaotic
that,
evil
This
to begin with.
conversation.
oh,
does.
okay.
Yeah.
Don't come at me.
Yeah. Well, you know, it was only a matter of time.
before you commit massive war
You know,
Domestic terrorism.
have we ever? It's not domestic terrorism if it like
Not your house.
gives people if it gives people statistical benefits.
It kills them.
Only if they're
Let
off
them
of it.
Find their next dose.
Anyway,
Okay, so where
what are we doing?
What we need to do is just
Hey,
turn the
look.
world into a
Wait,
Luciferium mine.
hold on. Okay,
And
what
then-
drugs did the kids have though?
That's the list. Vampire blood jet, wake up, go juice, and yayo.
I thought that was
Is
like
she still interrogating this kid?
Yes, but
They
there's
didn't
like
have
no
the-
like important information going on
super
between it.
expensive stuff.
Well, I'm gonna wait until she finishes because just because there's not important information now doesn't mean there won't be later in the conversation.
Hey,
Well, I mean,
while she's interrogating the guy, can Snorri just outright leave?
yeah.
Okay.
Bye, Snorri.
Yep. Bye.
If Snorri's walking away, Thomas is gonna be like, what's happening? Like, look at Ash, and then look at Snorri, and be like, what's going on?
Not my explanation to give. You'll have to go ask him if you're curious.
Yeah. Okay. Thomas isn't gonna chase after Snorri. It's just gonna be like, okay, that's happening.
I would follow, but I want to know what's going on here.
So Thomas and Snowy leave, and as the
Nope,
Chancellor
Thomas
comes
is
out the
staying.
room,
No,
oh,
Thomas
Thomas
stays.
stayed. Okay.
Yeah.
The Chancellor comes out the room and goes, "Well, it seems we may have dispatched the only friend with useful information.
Well, we are in a temple, are we not? Surely at least one of the priests knows speak with dead.
His head is gone."
Ash just takes out her book and
Only
starts
some-
scribbling in it. No, actually, no. Ash takes out her little cube and starts just fiddling with it, but kind of facing away.
If only some people could learn to control their more destructive weaponry, we would not be in this pickle. But alas,
She pauses
guess-
and continues playing with it.
good old detective work will have to suffice.
Me.
We must proceed with caution, because
I'll be heading back to the castle. If I find anything, I'll tell Roland.
indeed, we must proceed with caution, for currently this woman is not aware that she is being looked for. The second she becomes aware that she is being looked for, it will become significantly harder to find.
That is very much true. I'll be heading out now. And she takes her leave.
Wait, hold on. My two brain cells just bing bonged together. As they do. But I'm gonna leave my brain cells out of this for now. That'll go somewhere else. Just gonna keep that information for me.
Okay. Sure. Don't know what's going on there.
The train of thought was it was happening for a second. It's rare, but it does happen.
It's rare because the tracks don't exist.
The train exists, just not usually on the track. Anyway,
Well,
is she gone?
She gone.
Okay, we should probably go find Snorri, and as much as I don't really want to recommend this, we could always ask Lucky about
well, otherwise it is back to the waiting game, and
our
her
friend.
information comes to us.
Yes. I could swear I have the knowledge that we need, but I can't get to it. I don't know what it is.
Would you like to try thinking again? I'm going to cast guidance on him.
Can I try thinking again?
I think that's what the guidance does. At least this form of guidance.
It's just a D4.
Okay.
Yeah, I decided not to go with the 1 D&D guidance because it's not going to come up too much, I don't think.
Fair enough. Yeah, with guidance, you may re-roll.
Oh boy, can't. Well, that's better than it was. And then I add a D4 to it.
D4.
D4, 4, please. No. It's a 7. Thomas is still like, I don't know, man. This brain's stupid.
7.
7.
Yeah, 7 is not enough.
Thomas is like
Visibly exerts
brain
himself
stupid.
from the thinking.
You see, this is why I write everything down.
I have a lot of people that I have to keep track of, alright?
That's why you write it down.
No, it's
Yes.
fine.
Clearly it's
We'll
not.
figure it out.
Thomas probably would have been taught not to write everything down, as that is evidence that can be used against you.
Yeah, Thomas, it's fine. You don't write things down. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm going to explicitly ignore that.
Anyway,
Well, it is
we should go find our friend.
that the precautions of your organization are coming back to bite you in amusing manner.
Nobody asked for your opinion.
Indeed, that is why I gave it.
Thomas
So,
is going
I
to
do not-
walk away.
I do not ask if anyone asks for my opinion. I merely opine.
So where's Snorri at?
You can probably just find him outside on the steps. Not so inconspicuously hyperventilating.
Sweet.
Are you
Yeah,
okay, sir?
yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, doing just great.
Quite
Just
clear.
What is with everyone and lying today?
No, I didn't lie to you about anything.
Yes,
Just
clearly you did not lie to anyone in the same way that you are not currently hyperventilating.
well, I couldn't have known for sure that it appears that there may have been a bit of time nonsense relating to me and my demise. I don't know. And yes, that woman you may have talked to may have been my niece.
That is what I thought.
Please, we'll deal with it
Thomas
later. We need
is
to.
gonna put a hand on Snorri's shoulder since he's like down on the steps.
And yeah, so Snorri is going to
He's be like,
cast false life on himself and just drink from a flask.
Thomas, like family problems, man.
Yep, that's a good summary.
It happens.
And yeah, the best we all know that the best way to deal with that is to deal with it later. So let's go
Amen.
let's go talk. Let's go talk to Roland.
No,
That would be better.
this is something that you deal with in the present, in the immediate.
And how do you suppose I do that? So I just tell my niece that that I've been gone for 20 years because it's time nonsense.
Well,
Sorry.
what do you, what
Whoops.
else do you suggest you do? Run away from her and run away from her, run away from your problems. Hide.
Seems to be working.
She
Yeah,
hasn't
it's
seen you not for 20 years.
better she thinks I just left outright than or died or something, and so rather than that I have just been gone for 20 years, and presumably just thinks that I am either dead or if I show up, she thinks that I simply do not care about her, and that is worse, and so that cannot do. So
To leave her with no closure.
just that. What was that?
She doesn't know what happened to you.
No.
Exactly. And that's probably eating on her and has continued to eat on her for most of her adult life.
She's
At the very
clearly
least,
doing
she
fine
deserves
without
to
me.
know the truth.
She's clearly doing fine. It's just better off without me anyway.
I don't see how I'm going to convince you otherwise, so
Look,
I guess I
well,
will leave you to ignore her.
I'll
once again.
look. I'll consider talking to her sometime soon. But hey, I'm not ready for that.
Kind of sounds like you
Just
just
know that the longer you
need
wait,
to take the bull by the horns.
just know that the longer you wait, the longer she has to wait. And the more it seems like you do genuinely not care for her, at least in her eyes. For if you were, even if she was to believe a story of time shenanigans, it would look much worse on you in that case if you had
What?
deliberately ran away from her for an extended period after your return rather than going to her immediately once you were aware of her existence.
What really is the worst case scenario of going to her?
So
Does she think?
as y'all like having
She's
this
not going to
conversation,
kill you.
Sorry, what was that?
so as y'all like
Oh
having this
no.
conversation, a group of paladins start walking up the steps, and as like one of them sees you, she waves and she says, "Hello, pilgrims."
Do I recognize any of these paladins? And should I be
Hello?
Thomas
safe hides?
looks slightly
Can
disgusted.
can I roll stealth?
Yeah, you can roll stealth.
A bunch of friendly people walk up to you. Oh no! Oh shit! Oh god!
That's a 13.
This party is not paranoid.
Oh fuck, the church!
Fuck the shit. Oh my. So you watch as Safe dive bombs into a bush, and it seems none of the paladins notice.
That's hilarious.
This episode just the penny opening.
But you notice that the paladin has like the paladin that walks up to you has like very silvery hair.
Is she
What do
pretty?
I don't know what your fucking taste in women is.
Fair enough.
She is tiny.
She's tiny?
Yeah, she's
Wait.
very small.
I thought this was a human. Who is this?
No, she is not a halfling or a dwarf. She's just small.
Oh. Disgusting. How relatable. Ow. I'm just Thomas is just kind of like a side eye all over. Ew.
Ash has no reason.
Oh
She's
wait,
like,
she spoke to us.
yeah, she's.
Hi.
I'm Paladin Fur. I was wondering what brought you to our temple.
We were just leaving, actually. Oh.
I
Ash is going to like roll her eyes. We were working for Roland. We interviewed James, recovering from
Technically, I wasn't.
those poor kids.
yes, those poor kids.
It's been my life's mission to stop the drug deal here in Rosewood.
Oh, curious. How's that been going?
It's this slippery. Every time we catch one, it seems another one pops up.
Hmm. Tell me, have
Can
you heard
someone
anything about a
roll like deception, because I feel like he is definitely making faces.
Yeah, sure. You can roll deception.
I feel like he can't keep a straight face in this situation, and he needs to roll deception. I'm doing this to myself. Oh, actually, Thomas is really good at deception. That is a 24. Oh,
wow?
you don't know anything.
Well,
Yep,
that's not
no,
true.
I'm not gonna roll. That's pretty goddamn high.
Tell me, do you know anything about the specific incident surrounding these kids?
Yes, they were given vampire blood from somebody, which is new even for the lowlifes that give the kids drugs.
Yes, it is our belief that this is someone else, someone new,
Bastards.
perhaps. It is my personal opinion that they are trying to mask themselves as the standard fare of drug dealers to make it harder to find them. A bit of bait and switch.
Yep.
Well, we will find them, and they will be dealt with. Vampire blood is very dangerous if it gets into too many hands.
Well, of course. I wish you luck on your search.
And I wish you luck. And her and like the little like entourage of paladin she has like walks by and enters the temple.
Stuck up bricks.
They
Hey,
were
I don't like the
perfectly
fact they
pleasant.
sell drugs to kids. Thomas, fucking losers.
They were perfectly pleasant.
No.
Have they gone?
They have walked away, yes.
Ah,
Why are you in the bush? I'm the drug dealer.
let's say I have my reasons.
Technically, I don't deal drugs anymore.
If you
Doesn't
see
matter.
I've already been over this stuff.
the short lady again, please let me know.
Okay.
I need to be.
I-
I'm in the business of not meeting her.
Ironic. I'm in the business of meeting short ladies.
Ha 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 ha. Either way, you'll probably hear her before you see her with all that plate armor. She's not exactly a very subtle individual.
All of you are running from something. Am I the only one that's not running?
Technically, I'm not running.
Well, not currently, no. I'm not being literal, Thomas.
My eardrums.
I'm not being literal, Thomas. Thomas disappears into the static dimension.
Dissociates into oblivion.
Technically, that was Victor's mic.
Oh,
Uh,
whoops, I picked my phone up.
Thomas, Walter White's too close to the sun. Yeah.
Well,
Thomas is gonna start walking away.
I'm going to try to keep a note of everyone that all of you are avoiding, but it's become an exhaustive list at this point, so try to keep the individuals you all don't want to see to a
I'm
minimum from this point on, yes?
only avoiding approximately like 500 people. It's fine.
I'm going to need an itemized list of every single individual and all of the connections.
Not for you to write down.
That was a joke. Did that not come off as a joke?
No, because an important component of most jokes is tone.
He writes that down.
I figured Safe would have been the one to say that.
Oh,
Anyway, back to the waiting game, yes? Or back
Back
to
to the
Robert.
waiting games.
I have to say that was very funny. No, you can't be avoiding people. You can't be avoiding people. See someone immediately dives into a bush and avoids them.
The face that head on. Wait a second.
not my problem.
It's the solution to everything.
If we're
Yeah.
all just waiting around to
Yeah.
have more information, Thomas is gonna ask why we don't just go see Lucky.
I'm
Like-
riding back to the Adventuring Guild right now.
Yeah,
we
guessing that's where
need to
we all
report
are.
back to Roland.
Yeah. So as you come back, Roland is like head on desk, like slightly banging it.
Same.
And as he hears you come in, he looks up and goes, "No, hi.
Hello.
What happened to you?
I've been getting a
Paperwork
lot
did
of
to you?
sendings today."
You should
Yeah.
very much. It would It would be very much better for your sleep schedule if you invested in a sending secretary.
You see, I have one of those. He picks up a ring and puts it on.
Well, then what are they?
This is it's a ring some adventurers found a while ago. They didn't want it because, well, frankly, you never would want to wear this in actual combat. It
In
makes
which
you completely immune to all magical effects.
That's not a secretary. That's a mute button, Roland.
it makes you immune to all magical effects.
Including healing. And anything else your allies would like to give you. It's not a good idea to wear.
That's
I don't know. Walk
That
up to a
sounds
lich
like-
with that on, and they'll just
That
fucking
sounds
die.
like that would be a very, very useful item for making wizards cry.
Yeah, I'm kind of disgusted looking at it, if I'm being honest.
Look, it sounds very useful until you're falling off a cliff and your friend needs to cast Featherfall on you.
Just take the ring off.
Exactly. It's not like it's something that takes several
it's-
minutes to add or remove.
It's not that complicated. Jeez.
Thomas is just gonna nod. Yeah.
He
It's a lot
just
of effort.
he shrugs. It helps. The secretary, the chancellor, the dwarf, adventurers, they all like to send me send.
Thus, you should invest in someone as your dedicated sending secretary, whose job it is to remain awake so people can send their sendings to them, so they can relay that information to you, thus saving you the time,
You might want to invest in
thus
an
saving
elf
you
if you're
the
gonna.
time of having to deal with every sending all the time. You can have them deal with common ones, write down the important ones, and send them to you, and you can send your information back out. It might help your sleep schedule.
Well, you see, the amount of sendings I get isn't too much of a problem. It's the headaches they give me.
So you would
One
have
sending a
said-
day is fine. When you're getting like 5 to 10 sendings every single day, you get really bad migraine.
Thus, you should invest
you
in
tried
someone
drinking
else
water?
to take the
Or
migraine
just
for you.
drinking?
I think a secretary or two would be a better idea.
Drinking.
You
has
tried
always helped.
Luciferium.
You try-
Have you tried this magic potion called Calpol?
Have you tried killing yourself?
Have you tried the hardest drug ever invented?
Would probably fix it. Would probably take care of it.
All at once.
Oh my god.
Like, gee, I'm always sad all the time. Have you tried black tar heroin?
Hey guys, I have some migraines. That's what I do about it.
That should be the episode.
Aaron drops that.
That should be the episode title. Have you tried hard drugs?
Tried for drugs. Oh boy.
No, better yet, make it, have you tried drug?
Just a drug.
Drug.
Yeah, have you tried drug?
Which one? All of them.
Yes.
Like an omega drug that's just all of the drugs mixed together.
Just call it drug.
It kills you 10 minutes after you take it. But for those 10 minutes, you're the most powerful being on this planet.
Nothing if you sing simulacrums couldn't fix. Make a simulacrum, have them drink it, and become God for 10 minutes, kill all your enemies, and then
You just need to keep on making simulacrums.
World's deadliest snowman.
And you need to give it to a bear to make the
Where?
even better
Green
sequel
cocaine
to
bear.
Cocaine
Yeah.
Bear. Just
Drug bear.
Drug Bear.
Drug
I
owl
do have
bear.
a stand-in for cocaine if y'all want to make Cocaine Bear.
Instead of the bear just killing people, the bear just becomes God.
Okay.
God Bear, God Bear.
Right.
instead.
With the little top hat?
Maybe. Okay. So
Cocaine owler.
That's where the drug is.
Where were we?
Roland looks like Roland. Sorry, my brain just is in a place right now after all that.
Too many drugs.
Okay, so what did y'all find out?
We found the physical description in a vague sense of the seller. Pretty lady with white
That-
hair.
That sure is a description.
Of all the descriptions, it sure is one of them.
That's not very helpful.
Unfortunately, the child that did not survive apparently is the one who actually acquired the substance. So,
God, that happens a lot.
me-
Like every
What
time the
we-
one you kill is the one with information.
It is very inconvenient, I know.
God, it's almost like God wants to send us on this long ass quest.
man, it's very convenient.
Maybe he shouldn't have
Can
been
Lucky
named.
take psychic
School
damage?
Bee.
That's strange. That's a strange indeed.
Oh, yes, but I don't believe we should talk of such things. I hear that they tend to give people nosebleeds.
Hmm.
Lucky's head explodes. He takes 40
This is
psychic
Roland.
damage.
This is Roland.
No, this is Roland. I forgot the. It's called. Yeah, you had me lose track with all the cocaine.
Yeah, master of substances.
Yeah.
Have you heard
The,
anything else about a woman with white hair in your other adventurers' circles?
I've heard about a man with white hair, never a woman.
Hmm.
Well, we
I know
can't.
there's
So would that be like sort of silver white hair or just white hair?
well, there's a vampire. I'm pretty far ways out east, I do believe, who has white hair. No one's been able to kill him, but he doesn't like bother the city at all, so it's never been like a pressing issue.
Interesting.
Now, Thomas, as he gives this description, you may roll history with advantage.
Hold on, I know
Finally.
all lore about vampires. I know literally all lore about vampires. Does
Do
that
you mean to tell me this character with a widow's peak and black hair knows something about vampires in this
Wait, hold
rather
on,
shadowy
no,
setting?
I said Thomas doesn't have a widow's peak.
It's in the art.
Actually, why did I rolled 2 16s?
I rolled two 17s.
That's a 15. I have a -1. That's great.
Thomas,
17.
you finally remember after
Oh, I
all
thought-
this time of trying to figure out why do I remember white hair? You remember the name Talhindis and how it is the vampire that Roland is describing who has tried to work with your family, but your dad has always declined.
What's the name?
Talhindis blood.
Can you spell that?
Yeah. Do.
Cool.
do I know of
It's like,
Talhim?
oh,
I can't just.
You do not know of Talhindis.
oh,
Told me I
I
knew
did
literally
not
all
spell
lore
that
on
well.
vampires. Shaking my head. False advertising. I want my money back.
You know all. You don't know
About-
all lore. You know all like mechanical stuff about vampires.
Thomas just has connections.
I'm writing in my notes. Thomas finally
Thomas-
remembers something.
Thomas's eyes widen a little bit, but he's gonna keep it to himself.
Roll perception to guess everyone notices eyes wide.
Anyone with a passive perception over 8 realizes Thomas had a dot. It is pretty
Whoa.
obvious.
Thomas
A
is like,
breakthrough.
something has happened. My brain, it's
Those two
working.
brain cells finally collided.
The rest were all killed.
The it's
Fell off in the
what is
war.
it, like the neutron collider, but it's Thomas's brain cells.
Large Hadron Collider.
Yeah.
They strike with such velocity, it's immediately obvious to everyone nearby.
Small neutron collider.
It's. I feel like what's really behind his eyes is just a Newton's cradle, just going back and forth.
Something to note: Talhindus is a man.
We can't.
So not a pretty woman.
He does have very white hair.
We can't rule out shape changing or relationships.
Might be a pretty woman.
He
Did
might
we
be
get
a
the
pretty woman.
impression that the pretty woman was human, or like human sized, or like little?
I mean,
Were we told either way? If it were, it's like a.
you were told pretty woman with white hair.
Yeah, we weren't
Okay.
really told. We're getting like third hand recollections of this individual, so
Fair enough.
it's Soul.
Wait, does
Hi.
Soul have white hair?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Quick, someone
Yeah.
use an area of effects spell.
Kind of cool.
It's the end of the campaign. Just cone of cold, bleh. Final boss is deleted. Gone. Reduced to atoms.
Anyway,
I'll look
Thomas
into
has a thought.
anything. I'll look into it, see if I can't find anything. It would be nice if you guys would do the same, but I promise you some gold.
What are we to do?
And-
Go confront this individual?
We should
No, I
probably
promise.
not.
I promise you gold to go talk to James. I would pay you like a lot if you can figure out who the fuck this person is and kill them.
Working on it. We got.
I mean, Calvindus has a bounty on his head worth like 1,000 gold.
Man,
That's kind of small time
Sweet.
for a vampire lord, though. He needs to up his game.
It probably would be a lot higher if he actually gave two shits about us.
right. I mean, if he's not really causing problems, what is the point of hunting him down? If I
Kind
may
of.
ask.
Exactly. If he's just gonna
Just to pay
sit in his like mansion by himself and not do much, it's not our problem.
Because he's a vampire doesn't mean he's evil or wants to cause harm
mean-
to others.
He does require a steady supply of blood. Does a vampire require a steady supply of blood in this setting?
Yes, but ghouls are the solution to that.
Ah. Yeah, but how do you get the ghouls, though?
You drug children.
You'd be surprised what people are willing to do just for free. There's a lot of weird books out there.
Something to remember, ghouls live for very long times.
Unless you blow their heads up.
Unless you blow their heads off.
You just need to find a couple of people with a weird kink for
Sure.
vampires to your set.
That's.
Where's Marion when we need her?
Call out.
It's like half the server.
Yes, but
Uh,
but specifically Marion.
So
Fair enough.
we are after the white-haired pretty lady.
But we're going to talk to the white-haired vampire man first.
Are we going to talk to the white?
Why
Are
not?
we gonna?
That can't be a coincidence.
I mean, if you want to go talk to him, you can, but that's a pretty far walk.
Well, what
And,
else are we going to do?
There's no guarantee he will be exactly
I
accepting guests when we arrive.
think that we should go back upstairs and just take a moment to think about our options before we go after the vampire lord. You know, I know that I'm not usually the planner, but this seems like one of those situations where maybe a little bit of prudence could be helpful. Look at that. I know a word.
All right. We can talk about our options, but I don't see many of them on the table.
And are we not all still standing directly in front of Roll?
Yes, you are all still standing directly in front of Roland.
Thomas is very clearly trying to just get you to walk away from
Oh, and Roland does give all of you 10 gold.
10 gold each.
Woohoo!
Ooh,
I am
more
rich.
pyramid scheme.
We're
Yep.
rich. We're rich.
You know,
We're rich.
vampires are cool, but you know what's better? Making money off of literally nothing.
Shadow, you're the money.
Did we walked up a lot of stairs.
Saved them time. Like, mind you, this like walk and talk took you like all day.
Yeah, it's quite far to get to that temple, if I remember correctly.
But y'all have been paid, and Thomas is like trying to shoo y'all away. Like, oh, I have honey buns.
You
Dismiss
have
that.
honey buns? You have what?
I have a box of honey buns.
Come on, man. All I got are these old sour punch sticks
Yeah.
that are. And
All I have
took
is
they took a toll on my life.
approximately 0.7 fluid ounces of plastic glue, so I'm kind of not
could
Ooh,
eat
healthy
that.
snack. Healthy snack.
a healthy snack. Dum, dum, dum.
Eating glue, always good.
No more microplastics. We want macroplastics.
I have just about 20 ounces of crack cocaine, so I think I have you beat.
The drug.
Yes, the stuff that came with the firebrand dice.
I have
Remember to use that coupon code, guys. There
half a
is no
container.
Yeah.
coupon code for
Half a
any of
container.
the
For any
Shadowlands
FBI
stuff.
agents listening, I do in fact not have 20 ounces of cocaine.
There's no coupon code to get that in your dice order. It's okay. Yeah, so if we all efficiently shoot away.
I mean, Roland isn't gonna give two fucks.
Yeah, but Thomas cares.
What I'm saying is, like, Roland isn't gonna like stop you.
Oh, yeah. No, I would have been suspicious if he did. But suspicious, I mean using my gun.
Against
I feel like that would go poorly for you.
Yeah, good
It'd be
fucking luck.
fine.
I feel like that would be a very good way to get vibe checked. And to immediately fail the vibe check.
Thomas has failed every vibe check this game. It's fine.
As he deserves. Filthy
Yeah.
gangster scum.
Thomas will kind of talk to everybody, be like, so, I don't know that it's a great idea to go, talking to the vampire. There's been some business meetings with him in the past, that haven't exactly gone in his direction. Which is, preferable for everybody, except for him.
Define business negotiation.
I don't really want to, because I don't have that lore.
Well, at least tell us what he wanted.
What do you want? I don't know what he wanted. Major, I need help. Quick, DM.
Okay.
What?
Tom stops for a second and repeats the words, assuming direct control.
I think God is currently eating honey buns.
God was eating honey buns.
What did the vampire want from the mafia?
Drugs.
You don't know. It was a private meeting between him and your dad.
Oh,
Slaves.
that was oof.
Money.
I'm not entirely sure. I'm not exactly at that pay grade. So I just know that they didn't end up working together. So generally, that means that someone walks away less than happy. And I know that it wasn't our side.
Oh no, there's an echo.
There is an echo.
There is an
Almost.
echo.
It's coming from. Yeah.
Victor, it's okay. Wake up.
No,
Ah, the DM!
God is no more. Oh wait, go back.
God is
always
dead. God is dead. We have killed him.
With the drug.
With
Yes. We gave him Luciferian.
Thomas, I'm going to be honest. The fact that this individual ended up not working with your family just makes me like them more. That's
No,
a benefit to them.
no. Well, you would think that if it wasn't our family that refused to work
I
with
don't
them.
know. I don't know about that, but
So, um, just generally, I don't really want to be in that situation.
all that I'm saying is this is the only lead we have on literally everything.
I guess, unless I could, like, maybe go poking around a couple of different contacts, see what I can find.
I think the only other lead we're going to get is if one of us happens upon the individual described, which I don't think is likely.
Okay. I don't like this plan, but I will let it happen.
The only other plan is to wait. I'm obviously not going to go there alone, and we need a consensus on this. But does anyone have any other plans then?
Just
So he is likely to be upset at you specifically, or rather your family. Yes?
yes. Maybe not.
Well,
I don't know. How upset did he seem? Did I see him at all? Does he seem upset when he left?
No, actually, you didn't see him at all.
Okay.
You remember your dad talking about him?
Okay. What do
But your
I
dad,
know?
but it was meant to be a very private meeting between him and your dad. Like he
Uh-huh.
teleported in and then teleported out.
Sneaky. Cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything. I just know that it probably.
All you know is your dad trusted him enough to be alone in a room with him.
Cool. Okay. That's actually says a lot, and yet nothing at all.
either way,
I'll
if
come. I'm not going to let you guys just go alone, but I don't want to.
then don't come. You can wait for
But-
us in the city and see if you can locate such an individual with your connections.
I don't really want you guys to go alone.
Well, if you do insist, I don't think we can stop you.
You're your own person. Make your own decisions. Do what you want.
Go
Yeah,
your
but
own-
like, you guys need help though.
You are your own man, Thomas. Nobody can or should tell you what to do. Unless, of course, what you're doing is immoral, in which case you should stop immediately, or I shall apply brute force to your entire body.
Amazing.
So guys, y'all ready to start the favorite part of gonna be your favorite part about this campaign?
Oh
What?
boy.
Hardcore survival
Traveling?
element.
Travels?
Traveling.
Traveling and preparing for traveling.
Right.
Oh boy.
We need rations.
Would there happen to
I
be any
wish I had
transport
some.
helicopters in Rosewood?
No.
Too bad we don't know how to tell them.
Just give me like
Let's see.
20 levels.
Let's see if I have any spells that can help with this.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
my spell book.
Prepare your spells. Go shopping. Heads up, you will need winter clothes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I have Creator Destroy Water. So
Well,
we're good on
actually,
water.
since we are
I
going,
have a crowbar.
broadly to the east, would Snorri maybe have? I guess he wouldn't have access to it actually, but like clothes of suited for that.
Hear me out. What if we just ask the Chancellor for money,
No.
but we're doing her job?
No.
Would the
Like, you don't
Chancellor
have to
be
go.
likely to react badly if we informed her we were heading east to speak to a vampire lord?
Okay. Okay.
I just don't want to pay for them. And if we have a business partner willing to pay for it, why don't they pay for it?
Okay.
What makes you think the
just-
Chancellor's gonna pay for this?
I don't know.
I
She
would.
probably has money, and we are doing her job investigating things.
You're not.
We're helping the
But
city.
she is also investigating.
Yeah, but she's not doing this part. And
If you tell her this lead, she'll probably just do it herself.
even better in Thomas's view. But, whatever.
Then
We
we
don't-
get no money.
That's a fair point. But we don't have to talk to a vampire.
Okay.
I
fine.
just don't like them. Like, they're creepy.
I guess that I don't.
Just don't like them.
I just don't like them, okay? They're creepy.
Love applings, love me drugs, hate vampires. Not racist, just don't like them.
Hard drugs, fine. Mafia bosses, fine.
I draw the line
Selling
at
drugs to
vampires.
kids, great. Vampires, too far.
Anyway,
But yeah, so
just
you can find any non-magical items here, and if you have the money to afford a magical item, you would have to roll to see if you can find it. But I actually don't know how much money y'all have.
Not a lot.
I have 17 gold at the moment,
I
so
have
not that
40.
much.
I have 46.
17. You should have more than 17.
Well, I spent quite a bit of my money on those earrings of messages, if you recall.
Right.
Yeah, which I think Scythe has right now.
Oh yeah, I have one earring of messages.
Wait, when did you buy these?
There's only one. No, I made them last game.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Cool
It's
stuff.
been too long.
Yeah.
Earrings of messaging. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's earring of messages. There's just one, and it casts 3 charges, I think, of message per day. It's non-attunement, so anyone can wear it and do that. Recharges at dawn, or I guess in this case, moonrise. I don't know.
Moonrise. So, how I'm gonna do this? Any item created before the time of shadows is moonset. Any item created afterwards is moonrise.
Okay.
That's not gonna confuse me at all.
Okay.
But and to answer your question, Snorri, you would have to find your old room in the castle to see if you still had your clothes.
Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah, you're right. He'll just get some new clothes. Yeah, then in that case,
How many days
Wait.
travel does Safe reckon it's going to be?
Probably a week there and a week back.
Okay, so
Yikes.
that's a while.
he'll take 20. He'll take. So he'll buy supplies for there
10
and back
days.
there. Yeah, 10 days.
A week is 5
Yeah,
days.
There.
a week is
In-
5 days.
Okay. He'll take 13 days of food in case of separation from the group or whatever. He still has enough
Okay,
food.
so it's around 175 miles away, I guess. Yeah, how far? About, I guess.
How much do rations cost? And are rations a single day's worth?
God, you made me pull up D&D Beyond. I do believe one ration is for like 1 day.
Let's see, how much rations do I have? Oh yeah, I have 1 day. I'm gonna need to get some more of those.
Please. Oh,
And
I see how many rations. I have 10 days of ration.
equipment.
And a mess kit.
Oh, never mind. I have 10 days actually. Sorry.
Rations. Silver pieces.
Yeah, so 10 days is 5 gold worth, I guess. Well, we do have to consider that we'll perhaps run into unexpected delays. So it might be best to carry a bit of excess as well.
Would you like some suggestions from me?
Yes.
Sure.
There is an item I can't remember the name of, but it is
Oh, boy.
essentially ice boots. What is my computer doing?
Yeah,
Everything.
It is
it's
essentially
Windows
ice
noises.
boots that gives you advantage when walking on ice.
That sounds like a magic item more than anything.
Oh
Or
no,
is
it's
it
just
not?
normal boots with like spikes in the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Like
Let's
clean-
see.
I just can't. I can't remember the name of it. I can't find it.
Can I
I know it
argue?
exists.
Can I argue that my
Uh,
character, who doesn't wear shoes, who has cat claws, can just get that for free?
can only
Boots of the
find
Winterland?
that's a magic item though. So
Yeah.
Oh, is it
Yeah,
Boots of Winter? Okay, I'm dumb. Never mind.
no, I mean, I'm pretty sure in Icewind Dale, there were like just snow boots, basically, like
Yeah,
like they were just ice boots. They're just boots that have spikes on them.
oh yeah, let me look that up. Icewind Dale.
Like it's
I do have
it's a
the.
real thing.
Yeah.
but
Let's see.
Boots of Winterland are like different.
Okay, I'm finding wonderful hiking boots for Iceland. Thanks, Google.
Yeah, I mean, they're just real things. I don't know if there's an actual item for it in like a book somewhere, but just boots that exist in the real world that let you walk on ice a little better because they got spikes in them.
You know, am I insane? I feel like I've seen these before.
I could go and get my Icewind Dale book that's downstairs.
I feel like I saw it. Want to know what? How much do boots cost? Boots are like an actual item that you can buy. How much do they cost?
Let's see.
They don't have a cost. 5 silver.
Okay, is that going to be an additional cost for them being like adapted to ice, or
Yes,
okay? How much?
5 silver pieces.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm going to just convert some of my gold to silver.
I need a trench coat.
Wonderful.
That would complete Thomas's outfit. And it's warm. I'm sure.
I'm going to get 5 more rations.
But yeah, so winter gear is almost required.
No, I'll get 4 more. That's 2 gold.
Like, so for where you're at, you don't need winter gear, but it would give you advantage on checks. If you go up north into like the hard tundra, it is required.
I mean, I'll buy winter gear just to have it.
Yeah.
Stuff it in my backpack, basically.
I'm kind of tempted to break into my house and just get my clothes.
Okay. How much would winter gear cost?
I'm gonna break into my house and get my clothes.
I think every episode is just Thomas just gonna break into someplace. Is that just a requirement now?
And that someplace is always his own house.
It's
Yes.
his own house.
Um,
Do
I
that.
have traveler's clothes already. Does that count as winter gear?
No.
Okay.
This is home. That's homebrew.
Surely, Tom.
Because in like, I'm looking at a list of clothes, and it's common, costume, fine, robes, and travelers. There's no like specifically a winter. So like, how much would some winter gear cost?
I want to say 5 gold pieces.
Yeah, that seems fine.
I found a set that was like, it is 10 gold pieces, and I'm like, that's very expensive.
That's fancy. That's fancy stuff.
You're buying a heavy cloak.
Don't worry, I'll get tiny hut eventually, and we'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I have alarm, so already.
Am I allowed to break back into my house and get my clothes?
Am I allowed to break into my own?
Give me a stealth check. Just one stealth check.
Oh, gee.
Am I allowed to break
Ash-
and entering?
Ash will see you sneaking off and cast guidance on you. It only lasts a minute. I don't know if it'll last long enough, but she'll cast it on you as you're walking away.
It will not last long enough. You're going from like the middle of the city to like one of the inner rings.
I gotta
Okay.
walk forever.
It's
Well,
a
I
fucking
am. If you'll allow it, I am going to. Actually, no, it's not necessary. Never mind.
Don't waste your stuff on this.
No. It was temporary HP, and I was like, if it goes well, you won't need temporary HP.
So good at this. I got a 23.
Wow.
Yeah, see.
Ooh, fancy dancy. Yeah, you get into your house, you get your clothes.
Sweet. It's like, yeah, my own stuff. Is there anything else in my house that would be useful in my bedroom? I'm not going into the rest of the house. Just like in my room.
I don't
Yeah,
think
like-
Thomas would have very much stuff useful for traveling in his bedroom.
Probably not. He'd probably just have
Thomas,
clothes in there.
in addition to being a drug dealer, is in fact an avid hiker and has much outdoor gear.
He's probably gotta go on business trips.
You know, I probably should have looked this up because I assumed all of this existed in 5e, but apparently they don't.
Nope.
Nope.
It's what 2 days rations for 1 gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
5 silver for 1 ration.
At least
And
no
one
one's
ration
cleaning
less.
my room when I walked in.
No, it's 5 silver for 10 days, if I'm correct, at least.
There's 5 silver for 1 day here, so I'm gonna get
Oh,
14
never mind.
days of food for
Sorry.
7 gold then.
Yeah, I saw that I had 10 days worth already, and it said that it was worth 5 gold. 5 silver, but I guess it's measuring based off the individual ration.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see, how much is so make that up to 16. So that's going to be 6 times 5.
Thomas
So 3.
comes back wearing a fancy trench coat that looks very warm. He's styling.
Why do... I'm trying to figure out how much a fucking warhorse costs. I know there's a list somewhere. Oh, it's an equipment.
I'm going to ask again. My character doesn't wear shoes.
Oh yeah, you can.
Because I have claws, can I?
Yeah, you can do like a little cap thing across it,
Yeah.
and it actually fine.
Yeah, how much would a winter clothes cost?
It's 5 gold pieces.
Oh, okay, sorry. Missed that. Okay. I'm down to 9 gold pieces.
And this is something y'all can look forward to in the long term. If you're able to get if you're able to get like horses at like greatly little decreased travel time.
Mhm.
However, horses are goddamn expensive.
And sorry, how
Just
much
steal
is
'em.
the winter clothes and the what is
5
it,
gold.
crampons?
5 gold pieces for the clothes, 5 silver for the boots. And if there's anything else you can think of, like wanting before you head out, because once you leave, there is no more buying.
How much are healing potions?
50 gold pieces, I do believe.
Yeah, I can't
Mhm.
afford that. Womp womp.
I mean, if we put some money together, we can get one. Actually, if we can spend 1 day for me to make
This
one.
goddamn pyramid scheme.
No. I just need to make one.
Pyramid scheme. We're gonna need like, more money. We're gonna need to do it all. Yeah, it's gonna be
No,
great.
I'm making one scroll of Spare the Dying,
Oh, not pyramid scheme. We're actually being.
just to have.
We'll sell it when we get back.
I did actually make myself some rules to quickly like speed up the pyramid scheme.
Which is
Sweet.
how much gold is a cantrip?
I think it's 25 gold pieces.
Is it the same amount for a first level?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll just make a first level. I'll make a first level healing word.
Yeah. That will be getting changed in the future. I just don't have that down yet, so that's fine. Because first level and cantrip cost the same to make and cost the same to sell.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Thomas probably came back with a couple extra ties from his room, like different colored ties. He was like, I needed more
Thomas
ties.
comes back with a big old winter suit that is still magical somehow.
He's wearing a trench coat. A little halfling trench coat.
So technically, using a scroll of healing word would still be an action, even though it's a bonus action, I believe, with the rules as written. Is that still how it's going to work?
Yes, because
Damn
it's the use scroll action, not cast a spell.
Okay, then instead of healing word, I'm going to do cure wounds.
We're having all of them.
Or okay, what's better, the range, having a range to do it from, or more healing?
Well, the scroll's probably going. I don't know.
I'm going to do actually. I'm going to keep it as healing word because it's only 4 more possible healing.
It's
So the range is better. Who wants to hold on to this?
Who's the least likely to go down?
That is a 3.
Probably me.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, you have healing already, so
I do have healing already, so maybe we should give it to somebody else.
I'm gonna give it to Scythe.
Yeah, I think safe would be the best choice.
Scythe.
It's safe because it's
I
safety.
thought it was safe.
Yeah, safe.
You got the pun. Hee ha ha ha. This is the Spare the Dying scroll.
No, it's healing word.
Oh, okay.
It's still an action to use, but you have range at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason I bring that up is because thieves do get abilities to just use scrolls for free.
But I'm not gonna be a thief.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna be thief.
Oh wait, yeah.
What are you gonna do? I'm curious. What everyone's gonna.
I'm not a subclass yet.
Yeah, everyone's only level 2. Even I'm not a subclass yet. I have no. No, Cleric at level 1. I am a subclass.
You are.
You are.
You are subclass.
You have become subclass.
My class is sub.
I forgot what subclass I was making, Tom. Which is not great.
Oh, I have a very cool idea for
subclasses. Don't worry, Fire.
Probably.
You'll read the list of them and go, oh yeah.
Snorri's gonna have a very fun subclass. That's gonna be fun.
So, are y'all ready to leave?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
I have extra food and extra everything.
Instead of taking main gate exit, since it's just like the four of you, the guards like let you out through like a little like side entrance that they have.
Cool.
And as you step out of Rosewood, many of you, I do believe this will be your first time leaving Rosewood proper.
I mean, I left, but then got teleported back. My spawn point was sent here, so
Thomas surely is left. Surely.
Or hasn't left in a while.
Actually, yeah, never mind. You've all left Rosewood. Never.
meh.
we're all like, yeah, here we go again.
But as you step out into this snowy forest, thinking about all the adventures you're about to have and how hopefully none of you will die. Again. Hopefully. Pray to a god of your choice.
I'll pray to death.
Who needs a god when you have willpower?
Paladins.
You all
Pray
love
to the
being able to
unmatched power of the sun.
you guys get to
No.
level up.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Oh
Now I
no.
get to figure out what subclass I am.
The tutorial is
no.
over. Now the will game begins.
Oh boy.
Oh no,
Um,
there's more problems than that though.
I'm going one more into cleric.
Yeah, roll.
Okay. Okay. Let's see.
Oh,
Snorri
actually-
is going to become an armorer.
Let's
So
roll
an
that D8.
armorer.
yeah,
Whoa.
he's going to
become a swashbuckler.
become
Yes.
Iron Man.
Got an 8 on my D8.
I
I
am
wonder which subclass Thomas is. Gee.
Iron Man.
Path
I'm
of
sure-
Redemption. 100%.
I'm sure it's not redemption.
Yeah, that's
but
why I was like, it'll be very obvious once you look, Fire.
I'm sure that's not related. Whoa.
Armor, redemption, and dude, I love Swashbuckler. Swashbuckler's so fun.
Let's just hope we don't accidentally become Oathbreaker. Like, that's fine.
Or purposely become Oathbreaker. That's fun.
It could
Right,
be.
yeah.
I might. It depends on
Honestly,
it depends on what Victor does.
because of
be
how
honest.
hard Oathbreaker focuses in on undead, that might be a good choice.
It will take a very specific plot point, but if that plot point happens, it's immediate. So it's fine.
I know a way I
can
can get you to break your
stick.
oath, but I'm not going to because that's kind of shitty.
And I get the funny take aim thing.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
I don't care if that happens if it doesn't feel like you're just like hee, I want you to be this subclass, because I don't really care what subclass I am, to be honest
Well,
with you.
I like the story you want to tell with Thomas so far.
I
So
like this story, but I think it would be really great if the story fell off the rails and maybe ended in murder.
All right.
It's fine.
Hey, you know what? It is what it is.
and to Thomas, I will be ending the session here because, as I said, shorter session. But
Oh no. What happened to Thomas? Does
So,
Thomas
I'm
drop dead?
I'm gonna shoot forward in the future a little bit. The first night y'all spend in the wilderness, as Thomas sits
Jeez.
there, thinking about everything he's done and the choices he needs to make in the future. You watch as on the hilt of your blade that Ouroboros spawns.
Sweet. I think. Wait, what kind of weapon do I have? I thought I had a great axe. It's on my great axe. That's
Oh, I thought you had a great sword. Never mind. On the thing that splits the axe in half is where it's at.
the top of the pole.
Yeah.
Ooh, what? It could be like one each half on each side of the blade.
Yeah, it wraps around it. Wraps around the pole, like the caduceus.
The symbol of snakes having sex.
I was gonna say that the symbol
That
of
is what
Hermes.
That is what that symbol is based off of.
But I was talking about the
Health.
Staff of Hermes.
Health. The good health staff.
But no,
Yeah,
like snakes.
there's
the
that
snakes,
one.
the snakes crawling around each other is because that's what snakes look like when they have sex.
It's
Good health.
fine. We're all good here. Ooh, I got like all sorts of cool stuff that I will never use because that's for smites, guys.
Get all these cool spells
Look,
that I've never used.
I have all these cool spells. Shame, I'm just gonna smite.
Yeah.
But
Classic
that is what we'll
Thomas
be
move.
ending the session today because
You're
I
leaving
have-
us. You're abandoning us.
What did everyone get on their health rolls, by the
Your
way?
party.
I got
Uh,
7.
I got a
I got a
3, so
7.
not great. But also, I now have Magic Missile and Thunderwave because armor, and that's neat. Also,
I have
I'll
Sanctuary.
I'll probably send a description of Snorri's armor sooner or later because I forgot where I put that.
Fancy.
But yeah,
I get the delete this guy
Whoa.
wow.
button.
How do you
Basically,
do it?
you
How
give
do you do
someone
this?
like not immunity.
I can
stops
as
them.
I can decide that
Whoa.
someone has vulnerability to the next damage they take.
Now
And
I
we have a paladin and a rogue.
I now have
Also-
3 smites, guys.
Wow.
Amazing. Also,
Cool.
it occurred to me that, and so I've switched out one of my spells for Expeditious Retreat because it has occurred to me that Ash is in fact a tabaxi, and that is broken as hell once you cast that.
Yeah.
So enjoy running around at the speed of sound.
Yeah.
Running around at the speed of sound.
Ash's
I'm immune to disease.
Ash's
Doo-doo.
sister.
I have +7 to initiative.
Oh right, because you get to add your
Like
charisma. That's
Leon.
right. You get to add your charisma.
And I don't have a funny because this is the if anyone was to take the alert feat, this would be the man.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, you need to get some levels in Warcaster Wizard so you can add your intelligence.
But
I'm
as I was
going
saying,
first.
tutorial is now over. So this is when things actually gonna start getting difficult.
Yeah, well,
Oh boy,
Okay.
like our first combat almost killed three party members and
What?
downed one twice.
There's still time to get worse.
Time for the
But love you guys. Sorry we had to
Mhm.
make it short. I
Fine.
forgot
It's
that this
okay.
was on the same day as Peak.
It's okay, I get it.
yeah.
Bye.
We got things set up.
fire.
Oh,
Yeah.
I will be ritual casting alarm every single night.
Oh,
You have the
I will.
downtime thread if you would like to stay in character for a little bit.
Ooh,
That is true.
we could go be fancy.
But bye.
or I
Love
could
you.
go back to painting.
So yeah,
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bill Clinton. He's the end of this all. Every VOD must be ended with him.